Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first episode of The Peak. Today, we're going to ascend the top of the sporting mountain in order to discuss and determine which athletes are at the peak of athletic performance. My name's Jared Rotenberg, and without further ado, let's begin. Today, I'm here alongside Arjun.
What's up, guys?
Here alongside Dante.
What's going on?
And last but most certainly not least, I'm here alongside Mahir.
How you guys doing?
So today, we are ready to get going, and our main topic of discussion, we're going to be doing a draft. This draft will involve all players throughout the modern sports world, drafting them in order with a predetermined draft order. Now, just to go over some parameters about this draft, this will involve only team sports. And without further ado, let's get going. The predetermined draft order is as follows. At first overall, we have myself, Jared Rotenberg. At second overall, we have Mr. Arjun.
Thank you. I'm excited with that second pick.
Third overall, we got Mahir.
Yep.
And last but not least, with that coveted 4-5 swing, is Dante.
I'll take that.
But without further ado, let's begin the draft. So, first overall, it's definitely between two players. There's no question about it. You know it's between one NBA superstar and one soccer superstar. But after determining which player has more individual success, which player has more team success, I've decided that with my first overall pick, I am thrilled to welcome Mr. LeBron James to my team.
First pick in the 2003 NBA Draft.
The unanimous choice for the MVP.
LeBron James with no regard for human life.
LeBron James, a four-time NBA champion, four-time NBA MVP, as well as a 17-time All-Star, not to mention his absolutely unbelievable, ridiculous final streak of making the finals, I believe 9 or 10 years in a row. Ridiculous, and I am thrilled to get this guy on my team. Not to mention something that really made me lean with LeBron over anyone else, is the fact that he's one of the only players on this list that leads their entire sport in all of its history in scoring.
LeBron stands alone. The NBA's all-time scoring record now belongs to LeBron James.
So I'm very happy with this pick, but what are your guys' thoughts at first overall with LeBron?
You really can't argue with LeBron. Like, it's a pick that really, like, I don't think anyone's going to be looking at, like, oh, yeah, why'd you pick it? Can't go wrong.
That's true, man. LeBron is the GOAT, so that's the well-deserved man.
I mean, you took my pick. I was hoping you picked me because maybe you're going to take like, someone in hockey or something, but I mean, it's a great pick. You can never go wrong with LeBron.
Absolutely. That was kind of my mindset. You can't argue with LeBron James. But with that being said, going to the draft clock right now, 30 seconds on the board. We're going to go with Arjun.
I think I'm definitely going to have to upset some people with this pick. I mean, soccer is one of my favorite sports, but it's not my favorite sport. And with Jared taking LeBron, I'm probably gonna have to upset Mahir at 3 with this pick. I think I'm gonna go Lionel Messi. I mean, the guy's done it all.
Lionel Messi has shaken hands with paradise. Finally, has the greatest accolade.
Messi won 12 league titles. He won 4 Champions Leagues. He won 7 Ballon d'Ors. He was Argentinian Player of the Year 14 times. He won the Copa America, and to cap it all, he won the World Cup as well. Lionel Messi is the greatest of all time.
Completed football, or soccer as we like to call it, and honestly, he's completed the sport. With the World Cup this past winter, like, you can't argue against it. Like, he literally has everything in the books. He's still going. Probably might get another Champions League, who knows? I mean, I feel forced to take Lionel Messi at this point, honestly. I'd feel dumb taking anyone else.
Absolutely. I think that was pretty standard going in. I think we knew the first overall picks, regardless of the order, it had to be LeBron and Messi. Both are fantastic players, a great pick. Let's move over to pick number 3, where we got Mahir.
So, since obviously Arjun took my pick, I'm going to go with the other one, which is obviously Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo! What a goal by Cristiano Ronaldo!
Fair.
At 37, almost 38, he's performing, wouldn't say in the one of the best leagues in the world, but completed European football in all its glory, so many Champions League or European Championship. He has the most goals in the history of football, and just having him there, I think, is a no-brainer.
Definitely a fair pick, and someone I considered. Honestly, when I was doing my little pre-draft research, I did have him a little bit lower on my list, but you cannot go wrong with Ronaldo.
Yeah, he's got the most followers on Instagram out of anyone here, so you're definitely gonna have an army coming with you. So.
Your team's getting butts in seats.
100%.
With that said, let's move over to Dante with the massive 4-5 swing, and this honestly could be draft changing. 30 seconds are on the clock. Let's do this thing.
All right, sounds good. I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of different routes I wanted to go with it. Honestly, I'm thinking more. It might surprise some. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm gonna start with at the 4. I'm gonna get Stephen Curry.
Curry, way downtown. Bang! What a spectacular move! Curry again. And Curry! Curry to win. Good! Wizardry of Steph Curry.
I know it might not be the most popular pick, but in my opinion, I don't think anyone's really changed the game like he has. It's just with that 3-point shot and won a few championships. He finally got that Finals MVP.
For the first time ever, he's an NBA Finals MVP. The 2022 Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP award goes to Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's pretty much completed everything he needs to do, and I think he's changed the game so much that I would have to go with Stephen Curry at 4.
Absolutely. I mean, his shot is just second to none. His accuracy.
I like that perspective on it. You were more looking at how he changed the game
rather
than what accomplishments he's had, and he definitely has had great accomplishments. I mean, a unanimous MVP, 2 MVPs in total, Finals MVP, 4-time champion. So I mean, Steph Curry is definitely one to consider up there.
Yeah. But so going over to the next pick, the back-to-back picks, I'm gonna stay a little bit in the realm I know a little bit better. I know Jared stayed away from hockey in the first overall pick, but there's a couple names out there, but I really, in my opinion, I don't think there's been many better all-around players other than Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby, the golden goal!
He's the youngest captain to hoist the Stanley Cup. Captain Sidney Crosby, it's your honor. Sidney Crosby, you are the playoffs MVP.
With the championships, his defensive game, offense, just everything. He's one of the most all-around players I've ever seen, at least. And I think I couldn't pass up on one of the hockey guys.
I was really hoping he was going to fall to me at the end of the second round, but I knew if there was anyone who was going to steal him from me, it wouldn't be you, Dante. And I have to say I'm disappointed here because it is a fantastic pick. It's more of a salty disappointment than being actually mad or critical of your picks. It's fantastic. He's won everything there is to win in hockey. He's won 3 Stanley Cups, but on top of that, he's won Olympic gold. He's won the World Cup of Hockey. He's won literally anything you could win in the sport, as well as multiple Conn Smythe trophies for being the playoff MVP. Fantastic all-around player, as you mentioned. Great defensively, great offensively. This guy's just spectacular and a fantastic pick at 5th overall.
Sidney Crosby, he's a legend forever, especially in our country. So
yeah, for sure.
Moving on, we got Mahir back over with the swing.
So I had to go out of my comfort zone this time, and might be a bit controversial. Might be riding the bandwagon. I'm gonna pick Patrick Mahomes as my second.
Mahomes throws it for the touchdown.
Mahomes fires. Mahomes out of the pocket. Mahomes looks downfield. Mahomes connects.
2018 AP Most Valuable Player is
Patrick Mahomes.
Super Bowl 57 MVP quarterback Patrick Mahomes.
That's fair. Yeah.
I didn't follow the NFL this season that much, but what I saw of him was amazing. The player that he is, the runs, the passes, obviously Super Bowl winner, Super Bowl MVP winner, and he had to be on my list.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Arjun. But, what goes around
here, you're going to have some beef after this.
It's a fair pick.
I took Messi, he takes Mahomes. I knew he wasn't going to take him. He probably just took it because
I read your mind.
I mean, it is a great pick. You can't complain about it, and it's not even just a recency bias thing, even though obviously the thing staring me in the face is the fact that just last month he won the Super Bowl and became the MVP. But it's on top of that, he has another Super Bowl and another MVP in his career, but he's also just a fantastic quarterback, a spectacular athlete in general, so definitely belonging at a high pick on this draft.
I mean, coming from a Patriots fan, like, I was the only one to ever say, like, he's the only one I could see challenging Tom Brady for GOAT status. I really wanted to take him, but
absolutely.
Congratulations, Mayor.
Well, next up, we have to see how Arjun responds to that a little bit of a stealage in the draft. Who do you got?
Now it's so interesting for me, and like that really messed up my order. I think I'm gonna have to probably go the NBA route. And I think I'm going to have to draft Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis has been the most dominant player in the league.
Giannis from Brandon. Giannis Antetokounmpo finishes ferociously.
NBA Most Valuable Player goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo.
This year's Bill Russell Finals MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Right now, he is currently the best player in the NBA. I'd argue he's the most dominant player in the NBA. And he just has a pool full of accomplishments for someone who's only 29. I mean, you look at a defensive player of the year, a finals MVP, 2 MVPs. He's ridiculous. Like, he's all over the place. I mean, I think he will go down at the end of his career as probably the best non-American player to ever play in the NBA. I mean, it's going to be either him or Hakeem, but I think right now, in terms of modern sports, I don't think anyone's as good as Giannis or improving as much. I mean, you look where he came from. He was a 15th overall pick as well. It's not like he was expected to be like this, but Giannis is definitely a pick I have to take.
Unbelievable player, incredible athlete, and definitely belonging in this territory with these great athletes. Moving on, I now have a swing here, and I'm very satisfied with 2 players that are falling to me at this point. I see Dante looking at me over there, but I'm not going with the one you're thinking yet.
Okay.
I'm going to save him to the start of the 3rd round, but ending off the 2nd round, I went with LeBron James first overall. Now another NBA player, Phoenix Suns legend, longtime Phoenix Suns legend, that being Kevin Durant. What a fantastic athlete.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Durant is going to highlight KD. Kevin Durant.
Durant on the attack. Banks it in.
Kevin Durant, beautiful.
Your Bill Russell 2017 Finals MVP, Kevin Durant. The back-to-back NBA Finals MVP, Kevin Durant.
Listen, you could say whatever you want about the actual stats that LeBron has and his defensive game, but in terms of an overall talent perspective, I mean, it's very hard to argue away from Kevin Durant being at least one of the most talented players in the entire NBA. His height, his strength, all of his ability, all of his skills on both the offensive and defensive sides of the court are just second to none. And then reading off a little bit of his stats, he's won league MVP, he's a 2-time NBA champion, albeit with Golden State, so say what you want about that one.
Count, Jared.
Say what you want about that, but they still go on his resume, they go on his trophy show.
Oh, for sure.
Nonetheless, though, then we also have the fact that he's just simply one of the most dominant scorers in all of NBA history, so I'm very satisfied getting him there. But then starting off the 3rd round, you weren't going to have a long time without a hockey player on my team. Sidney Crosby's off the board, but how could I not go with Connor McDavid at this position?
Here is McDavid! He scores! What a goal! Connor McDavid's got 2! McDavid, what a play! What a goal! Oh my! Connor McDavid, welcome back!
And the Hart Memorial Trophy goes to, from the Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid.
He doesn't have the Stanley Cup yet, but you can make an argument he's the most talented player, not just today, but in all of NHL history. Yeah. There's never been a player that's dominated the league in terms of his pure skill and his puck-moving ability like Connor McDavid has. He's spectacular all around. He's won multiple scoring titles, including right now he is arms and legs ahead in the scoring race. He currently has about 114 points in only around 55 games, whereas the next best scorer in the league only has about 90. It's spectacular the things he's doing right now on a team where, quite frankly, alongside his best buddy Leon Draisaitl, beyond that, he's not getting a ton of help on that Oilers team, and he still is just simply doing it himself. Single-handedly took the Oilers onto a conference finals run last year. I'm very satisfied getting Connor McDavid.
Yeah, you really can't argue with that, and like he's even when people that don't watch hockey ask like how good is he really. You watch him play one game and you know how good he is, really. Like, it's simple as that.
I don't watch hockey. He's the best player I've watched.
Yeah.
I can go with that.
It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. Well, moving on, let's go over to the 2nd pick in round 3, to Arjun.
You know what? I was going to go hockey this round, and I'm actually kind of glad Jared didn't take the person who I'm about to pick. because I thought, Connor McDavid, definitely the best player I've ever seen. But I think in this draft, I don't know, maybe I want to pile up the accomplishments and, stay there. I'm probably going to go with Alex Ovechkin.
Ovechkin full throttle, right on it, he scores! What a goal by Alex Ovechkin!
In comes Ovechkin, in front, scores! What a goal by Alexander Ovechkin!
Alexander Ovechkin curling drag to the back end, he scores! Simply sensational!
The winner of the Conn Smythe Trophy as the most valuable player in the playoffs, Alex Ovechkin.
I don't think you can go wrong with this pick. It's like a very legendary NHL player. I mean, he's second only to Wayne Gretzky for all-time goal scoring. And if my team gets on the power play, just know it's going to end up in the back of the net.
Yeah, can't
that
argue
slap
that.
shot is not, no, I don't care who you put there. Shesterkin.
Yeah.
You put Patrick Roy there. That slap shot is getting in the back of the net. I know that for sure. And I don't even watch hockey. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, he's already taken over Gordie Howe's scoring record. He is hot on the trails of Wayne Gretzky's scoring record. So there's no question he was a great pick. The only thing I'll say about him, not that I think it's too high. He's a fantastic player. He will go down as a goat of hockey. The fact that he's so one-dimensional is something that definitely needs to be brought up because he doesn't do a lot on the defensive end of the ice. And that definitely is a factor. I mean, you watch him on the power play and he's basically sitting in one place just waiting there for a slap shot. But hey, if it works, it works.
Like Bruce Lee said, I fear the man who practiced one kick 1,000 times. That slap shot. That's all I'm saying, guys. Watch out.
Yeah, fair enough. Great pick. Let's move over to Mahir.
So I'm going to go back to what I'm comfortable with soccer. And this is a no-brainer. It has to be Kylian Mbappe.
Mbappe with thrust, a superstar re-enlivened. Mbappe! Oh, wow! He is an awesome force of nature! Kylian Mbappe is on a hat-trick. Mbappe into the galaxy of greats! And France alive again!
At a young age, he won the World Cup, and since then, he's just been on a tremendous form. I can understand the debate that he doesn't have a Champions League to his name, but the way he performs in the leagues, the international tournaments, he scored a hat-trick in the final of the World Cup. I think he has to be there on my list for sure.
Now, is there a little bit of recency bias here is my only question.
I'd argue no,
I doubt
because he's been dominant for a while now. I mean, he
he
won the World Cup at 18 years old, and for such a young player, he has a pool full of accomplishments. I'd argue like he's a Giannis right now of probably soccer.
Yeah, fair. I personally am not the most massive soccer fan, so I didn't really know his name until it was just recently spread all around my headlines. But in general, I'll take your guys' word for it. Fantastic athlete, fantastic player.
Yeah.
And I like that one a lot. Now we got Dante back with the swing here.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going a little bit of an unconventional route that you guys probably won't expect. I'm going to baseball. I know no one's touched baseball yet, but I'm gonna have to go with Mike Trout.
Big fly for Mike Trout!
Walk-off home run for Mike Trout. This ball game is over. Mike Trout is the American League's most valuable player.
Talk to anyone that watches baseball, they'll tell you that he's already being debated as one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player. He's already got 3 MVPs. He's won Rookie of the Year, All-Star, 9-time Silver Slugger. Like, he's just been a beast. And if it weren't for injuries the last couple of years, he would have probably 6 MVPs. Like, he's unbelievable, really.
That is crazy. I mean, even as a non-baseball fan, I know those two right now are probably the best two in the sport, even though their team success, like, they kind of suck,
it's not very good.
Yeah, like, if you look in terms of talent, I'd see that as like a Connor McDavid type pick where the talent is just undeniable.
Yeah.
You just have to take it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I can understand. That's a great pick.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Very, very fair picks overall. And listen, the fact that they don't have a championship yet, it definitely is a question mark, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the team they've been unfortunately playing on for quite a while.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that sucks for them. You can't exactly put all the blame on them there because they are doing more than all they can.
Yeah.
They are fantastic athletes overall, fantastic players overall. With that being said, though, that is all the time we have today. So let us know in the comments, who do you think assembled the greatest team here? And we thank you so much for tuning in to The Peak.